Welcome to this session where you're going to learn how to get more loan signings. We are going to go through a 3-step plan to growing your notary signing agent income. My name is Mark Wills and I'm the educator of the Loan Signing System, an online course that teaches you how to become a successful notary signing agent. I first want to thank the NNA for putting together this virtual conference. We're so excited to provide you some information that I know can help grow your business. If you find this video helpful, please don't hesitate to give this video a thumbs up. And if you have any questions at any point during this video, please leave it in the comments below and we'll get your answer as soon as we can. Before we start today's training, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Mark Wills, and I've been a notary for nearly 2 decades, or more specifically, a notary signing agent for almost 2 decades. And I started out as a notary signing agent 17 years ago, just like many of you. I did not have a mentor, so I went through the trials and errors of building a signing agent business on my own. But I've been able to build a big enough business that I now own a nationwide signing service I started about 7 years ago that does millions of dollars in revenue. And because I knew the trials and challenges that come with building and marketing a successful notary signing agent, I took everything that I knew and created the Loan Signing System training course that specifically focuses on marketing for signing agents. I've taught over 10,000 students online, and I hold an annual sold-out conference every single year. But the thing that I'm most proud about is the success my students have after they learn how to properly market their signing agent businesses. And I love the results my students get after learning how to market their businesses that their families can be proud of. And that's really reflected in the reviews my course has received on places like the Better Business Bureau and Google and Facebook reviews. We have amassed over 1,000 5-star reviews from all of our students, and I'm so proud of the businesses that they've been able to build. And we're going to cover some of what I teach in that course right now. So let's get started. Now, I don't know where everybody is in their journey as far as if they're a brand new signing agent, if they're a veteran signing agent, they've been a signing agent for 3 months. So I'm going to kind of start back at the beginning and show everybody what I would call the Loan Signing Agent Success Plan. So the very first thing that you need to do in becoming a successful loan signing agent is getting a notary commission. And there's no better place to get your notary commission than with the National Notary Association, the foremost in notary training. The second thing that you need to learn how to do is you need to learn the 5 major signings, which would be a purchase, a refinance, a HELOC, a reverse mortgage, and a seller package. Those are the 5 major packages that you're going to see out in the field as a loan signing agent. And on top of that, you need to get NNA certified. Getting the National Notary Association signing agent certification is the most important thing, in my opinion, in maximizing your signing agent income. So not only is it a great certification, it also comes with a title background check that title companies look for. I'm going to teach you in today's training the numerous ways where signings exist, but the first step in creating a signing agent business is learning how to navigate the world of signing services. And if you don't know what a signing service is yet, no worries. I'm going to break that down later in this training. But I want to make sure you understand that this third step you take is learning how to get business directly from loan signing services. And that is something the loan signing system teaches. And that is such an important, crucial next step after you learn the 5 signings and learning and getting your NNA certification. The fourth thing that you need to learn how to do is you need to learn how to get signings directly from mortgage officers, real estate agents, title officers, loan transaction coordinators. I'm going to go down this list of places you can get signings from. But the important part about learning how to get signings directly is you keep the entire fee. So once again, I'm going to explain all this down the end, but importance of getting direct business is so you can maximize your income. You can make twice the money in some cases with the exact same amount of effort working for signing service. So the step number 4 in this overall success plan is learning how to get business directly from mortgage professionals. And then the last step on becoming a successful loan signing agent is ultimately scaling your business to becoming a signing service. You know, it's very much like a real estate agent. When a real estate agent gets to a certain point of success, they then start hiring other real estate agents underneath them, and that's called a brokerage. And they become a broker, and so they're making money on other real estate agents' house sales and purchases. And that's the most amazing part about being a signing agent, or one is what I should say, because there are many amazing parts: flexibility, amount of money you make on a per appointment basis. But one of those is creating your own signing services. I have so many students who've scaled their business to this level where they now create passive income. One of the big problems though with signing agents today is they stop at step number 3. They don't go to step number 4 or 5. They work for what I would call a middleman. They work for a signing service and they don't go out and market their own business. And that's what most signing agents do. But in order to make more money as a notary loan signing agent, you have to learn how to get business directly from mortgage professionals. So today, be excited. I'm going to show you how you can get direct signings in 3 simple steps. Okay, so the important thing I want to teach you right now, it's so important to diversify your income. It is so many signing agents I see out there only get business from signing services, only get business from direct. Your business should always be a combination of both until you're at the point in your direct business where all you're doing is getting direct business consistently and you have no more space in your schedule to do signing service business. Let's break down what a signing service is and how it really works. So if you go left to right on your screen, there's the escrow officer. That's where the signings originate from. And then a signing service gets the loan signing from the escrow company and then ultimately give it to you. So they're the middleman between you and the escrow officer, between you and the mortgage officer, between you and the realtor. And so a signing service is basically acts as the marketing leg of your business because they're doing the marketing for you. And then ultimately they're giving you the business. Now, the beautiful part about this is you don't need to do any marketing. You don't need to go out and have any uncomfortable conversations. You don't need to go out and get any business from anything other than answering a text message. The way signing services find signing agents is by locating a signing agent who's closest to the borrower. Awesome, right? Like you can literally get business by being closest signing agent to the actual appointment location. So you can just have your phone open. You get a text message saying, are you available at 3 o'clock? They give you the price for that appointment and you're like, yes, I'm available. And that's the beauty of being a signing agent, that works directly with signing services. Now, the beautiful part about working directly with escrow officers is you bypass the signing service. You bypass that middleman. Now look, the way the signing service makes money is the signing service collects part of that signing fee, like in exchange for giving you the appointment, because we did all the legwork to get you the appointment, you just executed the signing. When you work directly with mortgage professionals, because you landed that signing yourself, you keep the entire fee. So no matter what that fee amount is, you're keeping the entire thing to yourself. How amazing is that? The actual effort that you're doing at the signing doesn't change. The amount of time you're at the appointment doesn't change. But because you got that business yourself, you're going to keep the entire fee. Now, let's go through some of the pros and some of the cons of working for signing service than working directly with mortgage professionals. Now, the first thing you got to understand is when you work for signing services, you're just answering a text message. You get a text message, are you available? No, I'm not. Here are the loan docs via email. Here's a FedEx slip via email. Drop these in FedEx when you're done. And you can literally not talk to anybody with signing services. Now, with direct business, there is some outreach, right? You're the one doing the marketing that the signing service is doing. So instead of the signing service marketing, you are. So there's some outreach. So I would say this going directly with signing service is the leg up if that's something you would prefer. You know, what I always teach my students is there's no wrong or right way to build a signing agent business. So if working for signing service is what you feel most comfortable with, awesome. If making more money and doing a little bit of outreach is what you want to do, awesome. There's not a wrong or right way. So let's go into another pro and con. And one of the pros of working directly with escrow companies is that they print the loan documents for you. It's signing services, like I've been alluding to earlier, is they send you the loan documents via email. You print those loan documents out and then you head to the borrower's house. There's obviously printing costs involved. There's obviously time management involved in that. You got to stop what you're doing, go back to your location where you print docs, then go back to the location of the house. With escrow business, all you're doing is picking up the docs from title, then driving to the location, and bada bing, it's that easy. So I think in that aspect, a direct business wins. The pro is that you get to actually save money on printing. You're a little less hectic because you're not driving back to your house to print docs. driving directly to escrow office. If they have 2 or 3 signings lined up for you for the day, then they give you 2 or 3 sets right there. So it's a really money saver, time saver, and less headaches. Let's talk about the flexibility and control. So with signing services, you're just literally waiting for a text. You're sitting on your couch waiting for a text message to come through. And then it becomes kind of like winning the lottery. You hit accept, then you don't get it because someone else hit accept. You hit accept faster than somebody else, you get the appointment. But if you don't hit accept quicker than somebody else, then they get an appointment. Well, again, that's actually kind of a pro of signing service business. It's literally just kind of a race of who hits accept. But on the flexibility aspect, it really doesn't give you much flexibility to create the income you really want to earn because you're literally in a competition with other signing agents. See, when you go direct, you are getting more of the business directly so you can control the influx. Your effort equals signings. That's what I tell my students. Effort equals signings. So the flexibility to earn more money is there working with directly with escrow business. So I think flexibility and control is better with escrow because you're able to have relationships. You can move the appointments around your schedule because you have the relationship with the lender, with the escrow officer, with the real estate agent, with the title officer. So flexibility and control is another great pro of working directly with escrow companies, mortgage officers, lenders, and real estate agents. Now, ultimately, I think the biggest pro of working directly with mortgage professionals is you keep the entire fee, whatever that fee amount is, you keep all of it. You're not splitting it with anybody, not a zip, zilch. It goes 100% in your pocket. How amazing is that? Again, you're not doing anything more as far as work. The signing itself takes anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes. But that same amount of time is going to be happening whether you're working with signing services or direct. And that is another great pro of working directly. So those are the pros and cons of working with signing services. Now, like I said, I train thousands of signing agents, right? And a lot of new students coming into my program, or maybe you right now watching this, are like, I can't get people, signing agents just don't get direct business. That is not true. Almost 70% of my students get direct business. It's just a matter of learning how to get the direct business. Sometimes as a new signing agent, even sometimes as a veteran signing agent, we just don't know what we don't know. It's just understanding how to get the direct business. And don't worry, today in this training, I'm going to show you exactly ways to get direct business. But again, you can see here that direct business is not only possible, you're going to see on this next slide, it's actually more lucrative. Again, because you're keeping the entire signing fee, it should make obvious sense that your income's going to increase, right? The loan signing system is all about teaching signing agents how to market their business. And so all my students, I teach signing agent marketing too. And so income has increased 60% after loan signing system training in their best month. So be inspired by that number, be inspired by that data point. More importantly, I want you to be inspired with is 25% of my students have doubled their income after going direct. And 75% of my students increase their income by 25% or more. Again, I'm trying to give you the best data because all I teach is signing agent marketing. So this data is coming from another signing agent just like you that learned how to get direct business. Now, this is one of my students who now owns their very own signing service. This is Laura, owner of Zoom Notaries, and she lets you know that getting direct business has literally changed her projection of not only her signing agent career, but her life and her family's life. So let's talk about how to get direct signings in 3 simple steps. Let's go. So the number 1 step is understanding who works for who. So understanding the entire transaction, right? From the realtor to the lender to the escrow officer to the notary to the signing service. Who works for who? That's the most important process in understanding, because if you can conceptualize the process of who works for who, you'll understand who you need to approach and how you should approach them. Number 2, obviously once you approach them, what do you say to them? And then after that, it just becomes a reproducible content. You say it, you do it again. You say it, you do it again. So once you learn, you put this on auto repeat, and that's how you build a business. Every good business is duplicatable. Every good business has systems in place that you reproduce and you get the same result over and over. And that is exactly what I'm going to teach you right now. And obviously what I teach in the loan signing system. The most important thing I want to teach you, and again, I don't know where you are in your signing agent journey, but But there are loan signings everywhere we turn. There are loan officers. There are realtors. There's escrow and title officers. There's loan processors. There is transaction coordinators. There are escrow officer assistants. There is all these people in the transaction can pick their own notary signing agent. That's why it's important to understand, A, not only are there loan signings everywhere, but it's also important to understand who works for who. That is the number one step. So let's take all these people you see on the screen right now and understand who works for who in the process. Now, we already know that the escrow hires notary signing agents. Everybody knows that. That is as given. You go to a title office, you go to escrow office. This is where most notaries become a little too myopic. They focus only on the escrow companies. They focus only on the title companies. But understanding how the home purchase works, I'm going to do that right now for you, will help you understand who you can approach in the transaction so you can get more business. Now, the first thing you need to understand, in the home purchase transaction, the realtor is the top of the food chain. The loan officer and the escrow officer work for the realtor. Let me tell you why. If you're a loan signing system student, you already know that I dive very into the details. I let it teach you the concepts of how the industry works. So here, let me dive a little bit deeper so you can understand why the realtor holds all the power. The escrow officer makes their living off of escrow fees. Realtors have escrow fees to give the escrow officer. So the escrow officer is constantly courting, constantly soliciting, constantly trying to get the business of the realtor. That's very important to understand. Realtors don't go search out escrow officers and escrow companies. Escrow companies go search out realtors because realtors have their choices of escrow companies to use. Just like escrow officers don't search out notaries, notaries need to search out escrow officers. It's because escrow officers have their signing agents to pick from. Same concept with realtors. Realtors have every escrow company in town clamoring for their business. This is why the real estate agent can force a signing. This is why the realtor can tell the escrow officer, I want to use Mark as my signing agent, and the escrow officer is going to be like, done and done. The escrow officer wants to please the realtor. That's what you need to understand in this training right now. Escrow's job is like, oh my gosh, you want me to do that? Done and done. So the escrow officer, again, works for the realtor. So that's why the realtor can give the business to the notary, because the realtor can then tell the escrow company, I want to use Mark. Understanding that is powerful. Hopefully a light bulb just went off. This is another one of my students who owns their own signing service, Kim Sennett. And she has a quote for us. I love realtor business because they help introduce me to loan officers and escrow officers. I especially love when they write my name into their sales contract that I will be their notary. How amazing is that? She gave you a little nugget right there. That's a loan signing system nugget that I'm giving you. You can get the realtor to write you into the sales contract. Therefore, at this point, the escrow officer can't say anything because the notary is now in the sales contract, signed by the buyer, signed by the seller, guaranteeing a signing for the notary signing agent. Again, that's a little loan signing system nugget I want to share with you. Once you start creating these relationships with realtors. And again, do we all know a realtor somewhere in the circle of friends and family that we have? Of course we do. You know a realtor that's a family friend who can write you into the next purchase contract. Now, let's go on to a home refinance and how that works. So again, a lender can force a signing for a signing agent. Why? Because the escrow officer, just like the real estate agent, the escrow officer wants the loan officer's refinance business. Every refinance has an escrow and title fee associated with. What makes this amazing is understanding that the loan officer can choose the notary and the escrow officer will listen because the escrow officer is trying to get the business from the loan officer. If the loan officer goes, you know what? Mark is my notary signing agent. I want Mark to be my notary signing agent on all my deals. The escrow officer goes, done and done. That is the amazing part. Remember, it is so important to understand who works for who. When you understand that everybody works for the lender, everybody works for the real estate agent, Your business will change. I hope you're excited. This is the best way to get business, is through realtors and loan officers. So many signing agents get too caught up into just focusing on the escrow officer. The number one way to get business directly is creating relationships with realtors who we all know somewhere in our family or friends. Number two, the thing is create relationship with loan offers, which we again know somebody in our circle of friends. And then the third is actually escrow and title. Again, are you excited or what? So let's go to step number two. The important thing on step number two is knowing what to say to the lender or the escrow officer so they can get your business. Now, in full disclosure, I teach signing agent marketing. I give scripts to my students. I give exactly word for word scripts on what to say to protect their investment in the loan signing system. I can't give away the scripts right now. But what I can teach you and what I teach my students is if you focus on their needs, not yours, they're more likely to use as your notary signing agent. Let me say that one more time. If you're going up to a realtor or a lender and the first words out of your mouth is, I want a signing, you will not get a signing. So in this training, I want to teach you that the most important thing as a notary signing agent is to put yourself in the shoes of the realtor or the lender and focus on their needs, not your needs. And if you do that, you will get business. Again, I do give word for word scripts in my loan signing system, but I got to protect the investment my students have made. But if you just understand, all my scripts focus around giving value and teaching them how to communicate the value to a realtor, to communicate the value a notary signing agent presents to the lender, communicating the value that they represent to the buyer, the value that they represent to the refinance signer, the home borrower. If you can learn how to do that, that's what you say. What you say, I'm teaching you right now, is to focus on their needs, not your needs. When you know how to say to each one of these people in the transaction, you will get direct business and you will have that goal of diversifying your income. Now, what I want to say and teach you on this slide is, in my loan signing system course, I give scripts specifically to lenders, specifically to realtors, specifically to escrow officers, specifically different messaging. So what I'm trying to teach you on this slide is to make sure that your messaging is different to every single one of the people in the transaction. That's what I'm trying to teach you right now. One of the biggest mistakes new signing agents make is they come up with, quote unquote, an elevator pitch. And they say the same elevator pitch to a loan officer, the same elevator pitch to a realtor, the same elevator pitch to the escrow officer. If you're speaking to everybody, you're speaking to nobody. You have to be specific on the value you bring to a lender. You have to be specific to the value that you bring to a real estate agent. You got to be specific to the value that you bring to a transaction coordinator, specific to the value that you bring to a loan processor. So don't get into the habit of just saying the same thing to each one of these professionals, because you're going to find your success ratio to be lower. So make sure when you're coming up with what to say to them, you're focusing on their needs. You're focusing on what they want. So make sure you're creating individual scripts, individual messaging to each one of these people in the transaction, and you're gonna watch your signings go out of the roof. I'm excited for you. Let's go. And the best part is then you just repeat this. You repeat this and you do it again. You meet a realtor and you say the same script to them. You meet a loan officer, you say the same script to them. You see a title officer, you say the same script to them. When you find a system that works, all you got to do is replicate it, duplicate it. And that's the best part about having your own system, is making sure your system works. I'm excited about you creating your system for you. Now, what I get all the time from new signing agents outside looking in is, Mark, don't mortgage professionals already have notary signing agents they're using? And the obvious answer is yes, they do. But what you have to understand, the amazing part about our industry is this has always been and always will be an on-call business, because we operate around the borrower's schedule, not ours. We exist to make the signing convenient to the borrowers, not to us. So no matter how good of a signing agent I am, no matter how good of a signing agent you are, you can only physically be at one place at one time. If you have a 7:30 appointment and your client now has an 8 p.m. appointment, you can't possibly do the 8 p.m. appointment. That is why the escrow officer, the mortgage officer, the lender, the realtor needs more than one notary signing agent. make sure you break the myth in your own mind that escrow officers only need a notary. That's not true. They need a notary, at least a minimum of 5 to 10 notaries every escrow officer has in their Rolodex. That is a loan signing system nugget I'm teaching you right now. Every escrow officer has a minimum of 5 to 10. Now, you're going to say, well, Mark, if they have a minimum of 5 to 10, how come they need me? Well, the answer is notaries get sick. Notaries are booked. Notaries go on vacation. Notaries are sitting in traffic. Notaries have child events they have to. Notaries move. One of my best clients to this day, I got because the notary that was in the office at the time moved out of the country. He retired. And I then moved in because the notary, that she was like, I need another go-to notary. Gave me a shot. Now I have all their business. The best part about this business is there's always going to be a need for multiple, and I need 5 to 10 signing agents in the Rolodex of every single escrow officer. So get out of your mind that there's not enough business for you. Get out of your mind that you shouldn't be approaching the mortgage professionals you already know. Get out of your mind that I shouldn't be going to an escrow office or a realtor, because that is not how it works. We're an on-call business and notaries are busy every day. And there's room for you to slip in there, show how great of a signing agent you are, which I know you are, and you can get the business that you deserve. Now, there is business truly for all of us. What I teach my students is we're not each other's competition, we are each other's colleagues. If you know anything about the loan signing system, you know that we are a family. And why are we a family? It's because we embrace the idea that there's this business for everybody. Now, what I want you to understand, I'm going to teach you right now why there's business for everybody. And so I'm hoping that this message and this training inspires you to go out to your local escrow officer or a realtor to really conceptually understand how much business there is for every notary signing agent. So the first thing you need to understand very simply is escrow offices have overhead, right? Like there's cost of rent. There's cost of electricity, there's cost of papers, there's cost of printers, there's cost of internet, there's cost of computers, and then the escrow officers are making a salary. So in order for the escrow company or the title company to stay in business, they need more than one escrow officer. They need multiple escrow officers. So that's why each escrow officer will usually have 3 to 5 escrow officers per office. Very important to understand. Now, what you now need to understand is each one of those escrow officers are closing anywhere to 20 to 40 loans each every single month. Why? Again, these escrow officers are drawing a salary from the escrow company itself. If let's say an escrow officer is making $4,000 a month in a salary, they need a minimum of enough loans to close to justify their $4,000 a month, right? And then, needless to say, the escrow company is a for-profit company, so they're just not hiring people just to hire them like a charity. They're hiring to make money. So each one of these escrow officers have to do enough business that covers their salary and create a profit for the actual escrow company itself. So the point I'm trying to make, which I'm hoping it's resonating with you, is every escrow officer you see is closing a minimum of 20 of 40 signings. That is 20 to 40 signings every single month. You have an opportunity to get. One escrow officer represents 20 to 40 signings. Could you make a good signing agent living off of one escrow officer doing 20 to 40? Of course you can. If an escrow office has 3 escrow officers in it, they're doing a minimum to 60 to 80 to 100 loans. No matter how good of a signing agent you are, you cannot do all 100 signings in one escrow office because the times wouldn't line up. There's going to be so many signings occurring every day at 7:30. Every day there'll be 5 or 6 signings occurring at 5. Every day there's going to be so many signings occurring at noon. So you just have to understand that there is business for all of us. When you have that abundant mindset and you start understanding that we're not each other's competitions, but we're colleagues, and that we can learn from each other and we can help each other, that is when you know your business will explode. There is business for all of us, and this is proof. I'm going to end this slide with this. You live in a town that probably has 3 or 4 title offices. If you live in a great metropolitan area, you probably have 50 different escrow offices. Could you imagine 50 different escrow offices? They all do 100 loans a month. And not just for you, but for every notary signing agent where you live. There is business for all of us. So start having an abundant mindset and understand that you can build the business of your dreams in this industry when you understand how much true business there is. This is another one of my students. This is Bill Zanunga. And he has, let me read his quote. I currently have over 20 escrow officers and 5 loan officers who use my services. All these escrow officers and loan officers have or had their preferred loan signing agents before I walked in, and yet they have included me in their rotation to close their loans. This quote is powerful. It should show you a few things. The first thing is, I currently have over 20 escrow officers and 5 loan officers. It is impossible for Bill to close every loan that those 20 escrow officers have. The point I'm trying to make, Bill knows that each escrow officer also has numerous notaries working for them, numerous notaries inside their rotation. Bill can only be at one 7:30 appointment a night. How many 7:30 appointments do you think those 20 escrow officers have every single evening? They say half of them have a 7:30 appointment. That means there's 10 7:30 appointments in the evening that Bill has an opportunity to do, but he can only be at one of them. So all those escrow officers therefore have to go into the Rolodex and find another signing agent to hire. He has 5 loan officers as clients. The same thing applies with them. The second part of his quote is as powerful. All these escrow officers and loan officers have or had their preferred loan signing agent before I walked in. A lot of new signing agents end up being their own worst enemy because they put these mental blocks like, oh, they got notary, so therefore they don't need me. That is not true. They absolutely need you, and I hope I taught you today why they need you. Start diversifying your income stream today. Understand who works for who and know what to say. Remember, again, I have scripts in my course, but even without the scripts that I give my students, focus on their needs. Focus on what they want and make sure you're not creating one elevator pitch for every mortgage professional that you can approach. Make sure you tailor your message to each and every single one of them. If you know what to say to a loan officer, you will get their business tomorrow. If you know what to say to a realtor, you will get their business tomorrow. When you know what to say to an escrow officer, you will get their business tomorrow. So come up with your own elevator pitch and go get the business. And number 3, meet and repeat, baby. That's all you do. You meet someone, repeat the script. You meet someone, repeat your script. You meet someone, repeat your script. Don't reinvent the wheel. If it's working, continue to go with it. I'm excited for you. You should be excited because you are capable of greatness. You are capable of building your dreams within the signing agent industry. Remember how much business there truly is where you live. Mortgage professionals literally cannot do their job without you. Let me say that one more time. A mortgage professional cannot do their job without a notary signing agent, period. That is powerful when that clicks. They literally need you. So go introduce yourself. Go talk to your friend's a realtor. Go talk to your friend that's a lender. Go talk to your friend who's an escrow. Go talk to your friend who's a loan processor. Go talk to your friend's wife who's a realtor. Success is one step outside your comfort zone. Success is one step past fear. When you realize that you just got to learn to get comfortable with uncomfortable, greatness happens. Your business is going to skyrocket. Mortgage officers need you. Lenders need you. And realize that you are capable and greatness. Always believe in yourself. I believe in you. I am your biggest fan. I want you to build a signing agent business bigger than you even could imagine, something your family could be proud of. So go out, build a signing agent business that you're capable of, and I am so happy that you spent the past half hour with me. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. If you have any questions at all about anything that we covered, please leave it in the comments below. And me and my team will get back to you as soon as we can. I would like to thank again the NNA for having me today. And if you'd like to learn more about becoming a successful notary signing agent or simply want to learn how to market your signing agent business, please go to www.loansigningsystem.com. I have a free training series that you can sign up for. And if you want more detailed training, again, on how to learn how to market your signing agent business, check out my courses. Once again, if you liked this session, please click that like button to thank the NNA for putting this together. Thank you again. And I'm looking forward to helping you grow your business and becoming a successful notary signing agent.